When a partner is unfaithful, the world calls it heartbreak. But that word is dangerously inadequate. This experience is a survival-level crisis in your nervous system, a condition called betrayal trauma. It's why you can't sleep, why you feel sick, and why a door slamming makes you jump out of your skin. Understanding this distinction is the first, most powerful step toward genuine healing. We will break down the science of what this does to your brain and body, and what a realistic path forward looks like. What makes this trauma different? It's the source. The person you depend on for safety becomes the source of danger. In a crisis, your brain screams fight or flee, but you can't flee from your home or your partner. So what happens when survival circuits are trapped? The fallout is a full system meltdown. Cognitively, it's intrusive thoughts, endless replays, and profound confusion about what is real. Emotionally, you feel more than sadness. You experience tidal waves of grief, sudden rage, and a terrifying numbness. Physically, your body screams with chest tightness, nausea, exhaustion, and the high startle response of being constantly on edge. And relationally, it's chaos. You might swing between desperate pleas to fix things and complete protective detachment. What happens when fight or flight are not options? The answer is in polyvagal theory. Your nervous system cycles between two other states. The on state is your sympathetic nervous system on overdrive. This drives the obsessive searching for details and the inability to stop thinking about it. When that state is too exhausting, your system slams the brakes. This is the off state, a dorsal vagal freeze. It's numbness and profound fatigue. This constant cycling dysregulates your entire stress response system, known as the HPA axis. Your body is flooded with cortisol, causing chronic anxiety. The impact is physical. Chronic trauma can literally shrink the hippocampus, the part of your brain for memory. This is why you might have brain fog. This neurobiology is not abstract theory. It directly creates the painful experiences survivors report. Let's look at how this plays out. The cognitive confusion is often magnified by gaslighting. When your partner denies your reality, it attacks your sanity, worsening the neurological crisis. This chaos can create a trauma bond. This is a powerful, confusing attachment to the person who hurt you, fed by cycles of betrayal and apology. The hypervigilant fight response often appears as obsessive digging. You feel compelled to know every detail to make an unsafe world feel predictable. And the swing between clinging and pushing away? That is a classic sign of disorganized attachment. Your primary comfort is now the source of your fear. For many people of faith, another layer makes this even more complex. A promise was not just broken. A sacred covenant was shattered. In a faith context, marriage is a covenant with God. The betrayal feels like a violation of a divine promise, triggering a profound spiritual crisis. Unfortunately, faith communities can sometimes make it worse. Well-meaning advice to just forgive can be incredibly damaging. This pressure invalidates the victim's reality and forces them to bypass necessary stages of grief. It's like telling someone with a broken leg to walk it off. The rage, the grief, the lament. These are not signs of a weak faith. They are the sounds of a nervous system processing an unbearable reality. So let's connect these pieces. The neurobiology, the symptoms, and the spiritual pain are all deeply interconnected parts of one whole. Think back to the polyvagal cycling. Your nervous system is screaming for safety. When someone pushes premature forgiveness, they ignore that biological need. The core problem is that your survival instincts are trapped. This is why standard talk therapy often falls short. You need to work with the nervous system. So the brain fog, the emotional swings, and the confusion are not personal failures. They are a predictable biological response to an impossible situation. Understanding this changes everything about what healing means. The goal is not getting over it or going back to the way things were before. There's a Japanese art called kintsugi, where broken pottery is repaired with gold lacquer. The purpose is to highlight the cracks, not hide them. Healing from betrayal trauma is like kintsugi. You integrate the experience, and the repaired places can become sources of new strength and honesty. But this process requires immense patience and professional support. Healing is not measured in months. It is frequently measured in years. If you are experiencing this, know this: you are not crazy. You are not overreacting. You are having a profound biological survival response.